Hi everybody, it is Julie. Welcome back to Pages and Pens. Today I am here with a chit-chatty video. I'm going to try to keep this as succinct as possible. There's a couple things that I wanted to talk to you guys about, and I figured a Saturday chat would be perfect for this. I was going to do a wine chat, but I'm still recovering from last weekend. I have water. Mainly we're going to be discussing problematic themes and problematic content. We're also going to be talking about YouTubers and booktubers' reaction to gossip and or hype and hate, I guess. And we're also going to be talking about bandwagoning and my personal vow to you and my personal view on my responsibility to you as viewers. I anticipate that this video may tick some people off. I'm thinking that there might also be some of you out there behind your screens clapping for me. Things get really intense here on BookTube sometimes. And quite frankly, this is a hobby for me. It's something that I love. It's something I love doing for you guys. I love sitting down. I love putting the work in for this channel. I love growing it and talking to all of you and interacting. But that's where my focus is, okay? My focus is not on knowing the latest, most up-to-date things for booktube gossip and conspiracy. I want none of that. I am 36 years old. I have no interest in gossip. I have seen repeatedly on booktube the reactions over themes or topics or discussions that take place in books, and then you know, spilling over into like hatred, distrust, etc. of authors and like a lynching of authors. Here's where I stand on all of that. I think that if it's something that is deserved, then it will be a repeated pattern. If an author makes a mistake in a tweet in the heat of a moment, I'm not going to hold it against them. Authors are human too. I especially understand when a new author with a debut novel who has not been schooled yet in PR and is running their own social media still makes a mistake in wording. I get it. We're human. That first work that goes out there is like your baby. It's already nerve-wracking. Accidents are going to happen. Mistakes are going to happen. And as long as my personal interaction with authors has been positive, then that's what I'm going to take away from it, especially if it's a one and done situation and not a repeated pattern. I'm not going to get sucked into coming on my channel and saying, one person had a bad interaction with this author, I am thereby banning this author, I will have nothing more to do with them. I do the same thing in my beauty world and in my beauty channel. There's a lot of pettiness that can take place in the beauty community as well, especially when it comes to collaborations and larger names. I stay out of all of that until I form my own opinions, and that's just the way it's always going to be with me. I will not tolerate or allow anybody to come to my channel, comment and say, you shouldn't like this person because they did X, Y. Within reason, I'm going to take the context of the situation, also weigh in my interactions with those people before I make any kind of judgments. Here's the other part of this discussion though. I am a cis, straight, white woman in middle America. When we are looking at issues with diversity, issues with different races, religions, etc., it's hard sometimes to read from the point of view of another race, religion, sexuality, and say, hey, you know, I don't think I am okay with somebody saying that. Now, the overtly glaring mistakes that people make, I think the majority of us catch and address. But there are certain phrases or wordings or the way that we want things said that I don't always know about as a straight white woman. I'm not going to say I'm ignoring them. I'm not going to say that if I see them, I won't point them out to you. And I'm also not saying that I'm not going to read with a more alert mind for those issues. However, I can only catch and see and notice so much because I'm still reading through my eyes and my life experiences. There are people that read with that lens in mind to be able to look for those things, especially if it's a subject that really matters to them, if it's a subject of eating disorders or mental health or unhealthy relationships. If you have those things in your past, you're going to be more sensitive to those things in books. If there are problematic issues with a book or an author, I will address that, hey, these concerns exist in booktube community. Whether or not I uphold the same thoughts, you know, remains to be seen. I'll either let you know if I've made up my mind on the topic or I haven't. And then I can point you to another booktuber or another resource where you can find the whole story. But I'm letting you know here and now, I read for joy. I read to get something from the story that enriches me or makes me feel something. I want to cry when I read a book. I want to laugh when I read a book. I don't want to become a reader that is hypercritical in order to provide that information for you, because then I'm no longer enjoying reading, and I guarantee you I will no longer enjoy doing this anymore. Therefore, I will again try to stay up and aware on any issues that are taking place within books or authors or problematic themes, and I will try to divert you to other sources of news for those topics. So no, I'm not going to ignore the bigger picture. No, I will not ostrich and put my head in the sand and refuse to listen to or research or look into different things that come up, because I want to do my due diligence as a reader, and I want to do my due diligence as a content creator here for you guys. And this is not to say that you guys have ever expected me to be the go-to on any of these things. However, these themes keep coming up. What is our role in informing the viewers on different things? What is our role in identifying problematic themes and triggers within books? I want you to know that I take it seriously, but there's going to be times I miss things. There's going to be times where I need you to inform me. And then there's always going to be times too where I say, look, I've listened to people lynching authors, and I think it's unjust, and I think it's undeserved, and I don't support that behavior. There are opportunities to say, I am aware of it. I am alerting you to the fact that I'm aware of this problem. However, I still enjoy the heck out of their books. And it's okay sometimes to still like their books, even if they're problematic. In my personal opinion, I am not going to condone something that I think is outrightly harmful. I'm not going to condone something that I think is outright disrespectful, etc. I will always do my best to identify those things in books for you and let you know when a book makes me uncomfortable or I feel like a book has taken things too far. But I think that it's okay to also be a channel that you come to for the smile that a lot of you say you leave after you watch my videos, and how much you needed that laugh or you needed that just like escape for a couple minutes, and that my videos gave you that. I don't want my video to become a very critical channel. It's not how I read. It's not how I want to interact with you guys. I want this to be me sitting down to talk to friends, and if shit happens that really pisses me off that I don't think is okay, then I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna talk to you guys about that too. I just wanted to address where I see my responsibility as a booktuber and where I think it's realistic for people that view videos to expect of booktubers as well. I hope that this doesn't piss anybody off. I'm not trying to shirk my responsibility of being privileged. I'm not going to say, hey, I'm a privileged white female and therefore I don't care about problematic themes in books. That's not true, and that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that as a person reading through that lens, sometimes it is difficult to pick up on certain phrasing and terms and things that would bother other people. I'm going to do my best to be alert and aware of those things as I read, but as I still read for pleasure, because I don't want to start picking apart all of these books and reading from a lens where I'm afraid of giving a review or I'm afraid of talking about a book only to have somebody come back and say, how dare you not catch XYZ. So this is my disclaimer. I'm not necessarily reading to catch XYZ. If I do, I absolutely want to report that to you guys. And if that is a discussion that we're having in the comments that I feel like deserves another video or deserves me researching it more and then making a video while I'm more informed, I'll do that as well. But I want this to be fun for you. I want it to be fun for me. I want it to be informative, and I want it to be respectful and responsible. And that's my goal, and that's my priority right now. Just know that this is all in the hopes that I can continue to stay true to myself and what I believe. And if I sat down and started making these controversy videos, would not be true to me, because it's not what I want to do, to spend hours on book Twitter or hours scouring Tumblr and different sites to try to find the latest gossip on authors or book, problematic book themes, just to sit down and report that to you. That's not how I want to spend my time, and it's not the kind of channel that I want to have. I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from. I hope that you can respect my position on all of this. It really is the best way that I know how to keep myself happy reading, keep myself happy creating. I am a giant bleeding heart, and I'm never going to be okay with people being treated poorly. And I'm always going to report if I feel like somebody is being treated poorly. But I'm also not going to beat myself up if I miss a reference in a book that somebody else catches. Because again, that's a part of the beauty of books, is that we all take different things away from it. We all see different things in it. And we're all reading from a different life experience that allows us to see those different things. So I'm not going to beat myself up if I don't catch something because my life experience hasn't allowed me to read from a lens that shines a light on it. And I don't think that that's any anything beyond what you guys would expect from me anyway. And I hope you know that I would never ignore a problem because I was afraid to take it on. And I don't want to come on here saying anything just because other people are until I form my own opinions. And if I don't have a strong enough opinion one way or the other, I'm not gonna bring it up. But I do encourage you to always, in the comments, be open and honest with me. I once referred to something in one of my videos as like me being OCD, and somebody pointed out in the comments like, hey, it's really not okay unless you've been like diagnosed with that to like point out that you wanting things to be neat is a symptom of OCD. And they pointed it out to me very politely in the comments. And I responded back that I was very sorry, I understood, and it was a learning experience for me. So if there's something that I'm missing or something that you feel like I haven't done a good enough job on, I am more than open to you guys bringing that to my attention and letting me know. I'm not perfect, I'm not. I know I look it, I know I seem it, but I'm not. I'm okay with that too. Don't shy away from saying like, hey, you just reported on this book, but did you happen to notice, or I got a negative connotation on this part, did you see that? And we can discuss it. And I'm fine with that as well. And I think that that should be a discussion that we're having. That is my Saturday soapbox. I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from, love me for it, and continue to respect and appreciate the content that I put forward for you, the effort that I put into this channel and making it a comfortable, safe, welcoming place for everybody. And I'm going to continue to do that because that's what I want it to be. If you like this video, give me a big thumbs up, click subscribe, and I will see all of you in my next video. Bye guys.